Chubby Chernobyl. This is arguably one of the greatest flies ever created. It imitates everything from stoneflies to hoppers, and even works as a general attractor when you're not quite sure what fish are keyed in on. Where it really shines is in a dry dropper rig. It can suspend heavier nymphs with ease while still getting crushed on top. The materials to tie this fly are simple. I've got them here on screen. And if you want the full recipe with sizes and links, we put together a free material breakdown you can grab. Scan the QR code here on screen or check out the link in the description below this video. All right, let's start tying. I'll walk you through this step by step. First, place your hook securely in the vise. Then start your thread, locking it in with a few wraps, and trim the tag end. From there, lay down a decent thread base along the entire length of the hook. This gives your material something to hold on to. Once you reach the bend, wrap forward again, ending at the hook point. Next, grab 2 strands of crystal flash, fold them in half, then in half again. And if they're acting a bit unruly, just slide your fingers up and down to chill them out. Take your strands, holding them at a 45-degree angle, and tie them in with 2 loose wraps. Make sure they're sitting on top of the hook, then lock everything in, working back to the bend, then forward to just behind the eye. Snip the excess and cover up the ends with thread. Now cut your tail. I like mine about half the length of the hook. For the body, we'll need some dubbing. Build a longer dubbing noodle. This fly uses quite a bit. Twist in one direction, right to left, and make sure you open your fingers after each twist. With ice dub especially, be deliberate here or it's a pain to attach. Now wrap your dubbing front to back, trying to maintain an even layer. You may run out of dubbing, which is fine. Just keep adding it as needed. It's a lot easier to add dubbing than take it away. Once you fill the entire hook, work back to the hook point. This will be our first foam tie-in spot. Speaking of foam, we'll snip out one of our pre-cut Chernobyl bodies. But before we attach it, this is an optional little trick that will help your foam stay in place and make the fly more durable. Grab some head cement or super glue and add a little dab at the tie-in point. Then place your foam on top with the back of the foam even with the end of the tail. Lay the foam angled toward you, take 1 or 2 tight wraps, and it'll roll to the top. Then 2 more tight wraps just back from the original tie-in point. And a few more tight wraps in between. These will all help prevent it from sliding. Now for the legs, pull or snip off a single rubber leg and tie it in with 1 loose wrap. Then loop the leg around until the 2 ends are about the same length and add another loose wrap. Once it's where you want it, add 1 or 2 tighter wraps. For the wing, we'll use predator fibers. Grab about a 1/4 inch section and fold it in half. Fuller wings, some like them sparse, I like mine in the middle. For context, I can usually hold mine up to the body and it's about the same width. Now we'll tie it in at about the halfway point. And then fold the front half back, creating a little bulb. Loosely wrap over it once, then pull the wing until the bulb is quite small. This step helps your wings angle backward. Then lock it all in with 1 or 2 tight wraps. Now create another smaller dubbing noodle and we'll wrap once or twice around the foam, legs, and wing, then fold the foam and work our way up to the next tie-in point. Here, we'll repeat the same process. Glue, foam, thread 1, thread 2, and a few more tight wraps in between. Legs, wing, bulb, and a little dubbing to fill. Then we'll lift up the head of the fly and give it 2 or 3 tight wraps just behind the eye. And to make this more durable, I like to add a little bit of head cement to my thread. Add a couple more wraps. Then grab my whip finisher and give it 5 to 6 turns. Pull tight and trim the thread. Now this definitely doesn't look like a Chernobyl, it kind of looks like a hot mess, so let's clean it up. First, snip the 2 looped legs to get those out of the way. Next, grab your predator fiber wings and cut them at about a 45-degree angle near the end of the body. Now we'll grab the legs on each side and trim them to your desired length. You can do this all at the same time or one by one. And last, we'll trim any stray dubbing or predator fibers. And there you have it, the Chubby Chernobyl, arguably one of the greatest flies ever created. Just a reminder, if you want the full recipe with sizes and materials, that free material breakdown is linked below. And we're adding new tying tutorials every month, so if you want to keep building your box, you can check those out right here.